Welcome to Beyond the Spiritual Nexus, your cosmic connection. I'm your host, Diana Rose. And I'm Xandra. Welcome back to Cosmic Monday, where we like to talk about all things mystical, magical, and supernatural. So grab a drink and get cozy. What are we getting into today, Diana? Today, Xandra, we're going to talk about something that just seems to pop up all the time in the shop at work. Sandra, how many times has one of your clients asked you or told you, I read my horoscope today, but it doesn't sound like me at all? Sandra, I have lost count how many times clients tell me this. Yeah, me too. It comes up pretty much all the time. People will say something like, I'm a Leo, but I'm actually really quiet, and I hate being the center of attention. Yeah. Or I'm a Scorpio, but I don't think I'm mysterious at all. And then they just kind of like assume astrology is a scam or this big blanket statement. Yeah, it's like my horoscope is the total opposite of myself. Yeah, which, Sandra, it can make total sense if they're only looking at that one tiny piece of their chart. But your sun sign is really just the cover of the book. It's not the whole story. We are way more complicated than that. Yeah, we are. So, like the day you were born, the universe basically took a snapshot of the entire sky. It didn't just cache one constellation. So if you've ever felt like your horoscope was wrong, it's probably because you're only reading for your sun sign. Absolutely. So, to get the real picture of who you are in the stars, you have to look at what astrologers call the big three. And that would be your sun, your moon, and your rising signs. But don't worry, they're super simple to understand once you break them down, which we will. So, your sun sign is the one you already know. It's your core identity, your basic drive, and what energizes you. It's like the engine of your car. It's how you show up in the world and where you seek purpose. Yeah, that's right. I like that, Sandra, because a car, just like a car isn't just an engine, we're not just a body. Yeah. So you also have a moon sign, which is all about your private emotional side. It's how you react when you're stressed or how you process your feelings. It's what makes you feel safe and secure. And then you've got your rising sign or your ascendant. And it's known as your ascendant because that's the sign that was coming up over the horizon at the exact minute you were born. So you can think of this as like the front porch of your personality. It's the first impression you make on people and how they view you when you walk into the room, and it's also the lens through which you view the world. Yes, and first impressions are very important, Sandra. Yes, they are. Absolutely. And the magic really happens when you see how they all interact connected together. It's like a three-part harmony. For example, let's say, think about someone who has, like, I don't know, like an Aries sun and a Pisces moon and a Capricorn rising. Okay. So that would be like it's like a classic secret softie, right? Yeah, right. So, all right, well, this one I actually have experience with since it's my rising sign. So I'm going to start there. When a Capricorn rising would walk into a professional setting, their rising sign would make them look really organized and serious. And it really projects someone who is on top of their game. Yeah, someone who's really put together. Yeah. But once you get to know them and you work alongside them for a little bit,
their sun sign really starts to shine. So,
Mhm.
like with an Aries sign, they would eventually show how passionate and competitive they are, and how they're naturally drawn to leadership.
Right. But the real twist is that actually happens behind closed doors, Sandra, or when they're under a lot of pressure.
Hmm.
That's when their true Pisces moon really starts to show.
Yeah.
At that point, we're not just talking about this tough, ambitious person. It's also someone who's very deeply sensitive. They're empathetic, they're imaginative.
Mm,
It's someone with a Pisces moon is more likely to feel much more intensely than they let on, even with people that they really trust.
yeah. Each sign is like another layer to the person. And
Hmm.
with every sign, you really get a feeling for who they are. So, how about we do another breakdown of another hypothetical big three combo?
Sure, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
Hmm.
So let's do something else. Let's do Gemini sun, Scorpio moon, and a Leo rising.
Oh, now that would be dynamic, Sandra.
Wouldn't
Hmm. When that person enters a room, their Leo rising would immediately command attention. I mean, everybody in the room would have to look at them. They come across as incredibly warm, uh, charming, expressive.
it? Hmm.
Then, as they start to mingle, their Gemini sun really keeps the conversation flowing pretty effortlessly with their wit and curiosity.
Yeah, Geminis are really, really
Yes,
curious
they
sign. They're
are.
always
They're
asking
they're they're very
questions.
conversational.
Yeah. So, but the second they would get home and close the door, that's when their Scorpio moon would start to show. And
Hmm.
that could manifest as like shutting the phone off, most simply, but it
Yeah,
also could be like disappearing straight up off the grid.
yeah.
And sometimes, a Scorpio moon may require really intense, quiet periods of privacy to,
Hmm.
process their emotions and recharge. So if you only knew them from their outward signs, that Gemini
Uh-huh.
sun and that Leo rising, you would think this person just straight up
Yeah, they
vanished into thin
definitely
air.
need their private time, their personal time.
Hmm.
So when you look at all three of these together, you'll start to see how you are actually a whole, like a beautiful snapshot of the cosmos.
Mm,
It's like the whole picture. It's not just one constellation in the sky, that creates you and makes you who you are.
mm. So now that we've laid out the basics of your natal chart, let's check in on the sky this week. It's time for
Mm.
cosmic currents. So, Diana, what's going on up there right now?
Well, Sandra, the sky is actually moving into a really, I would say, an influential phase.
Hmm.
We're approaching the first quarter moon, that's that half moon shape in the sky. While new moons are for planting seeds, the first quarter moon is all about the action and the momentum of it and, the building of something.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
So, first quarter moons are incredible for generating even more active energy and fueling the manifestations you already have in place. It's kind of like hitting the accelerator on your intentions.
Yes, Sandra, it is like hitting the accelerator, but you must have cars on the brain today.
I don't know, maybe.
So, a first quarter moon is like hitting the accelerator, Sandra.
Mhm.
So, because it's such a high momentum time, we want to lead you through a ritual that will help you capture all that active energy. We're going to make some first quarter moon manifestation water. So if you're driving right now, just go along and visualize this with us and pay attention to the road. You can make your moon water when you get home. But if you already are at home, grab a clean glass jar or a clear bottle and fill it up with fresh water. You can use spring water, you can do purified water, whichever you prefer.
Now, once you have your jar of water or your bottle of water, just hold it in both hands. Take a steady, deep breath in and let it out.
Think about a goal you've already set for yourself or an intention you've recently planted. Focus on what you need to push it forward, whether it's courage, focus, or maybe even an extra surge or push of motivation. Visualize your energy building and pouring into the water, charging it
Now,
with your energy.
now tonight, set this jar or bottle on your windowsill or outside on a porch so it can absorb the light of the growing moon. The first quarter energy will infuse the water with the power of growth and breakthrough.
Then in the morning, your manifestation water, your moon water, will be fully charged. You can drink it to boost your energy internally. You can use it to feed your plants. This is a symbol of growth, representing your growth. Because by giving back to the earth, it helps you to spiritually grow. Or you can wash your hands with it before tackling a big project to bring that cosmic energy into your day, that energy that you have infused it with.
Now, we like to drink it in tea or our
Mhm.
morning coffee, so make sure your water is tightly sealed before putting it outside.
Yes, no creepy crawlies.
That would be
That would be
yeah.
terrible.
So, since the first quarter moon is so good with helping manifestations gain momentum, water charged beneath it is a really perfect and simple way to lock those energies in. The universe is giving us extra fuel this week. We just have to channel it.
Well, let's grab a drink and slide into our favorite part of the week, Sandra.
Mhm.
Tea and tarot.
Ooh.
What's in our mugs today, Sandra?
Well, I've got some pretty basic chamomile and lavender tea tonight.
Oh, I love lavender
It's
tea.
really relaxing, which is perfect for winding down.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to wind down.
Me too.
So while this
I'm
cools,
not gonna wait till it cools, girl. I'm gonna drink this.
well, while you sip on your drink,
Mm-hmm.
how about we pull a card for everyone listening?
That's a good tea. Uh, yes, let's.
Okay, so I was thinking, since we're talking about finding balance between different parts of our birth chart,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask the deck, how do we actually integrate these different parts of ourselves?
Okay, that sounds good to me. So let's see what the universe has to say for integrating the layers of ourself together. Well, isn't that spot on, Sandra? We pulled the chariot.
Well, that's a great card for today's topic.
Yes, seriously, if you look at the classic imagery of the chariot, you see a driver steering a chariot pulled by two different sphinxes. Usually one is black and one is white. They're pulling it in different directions. The driver doesn't have the reins. He only needs his willpower to focus to steer them.
Mhm. Now, the duality in the chariot reminds me of our big three. Just like the examples earlier, you might have parts of your chart pulling you in totally
Mhm.
opposite directions, and
Yes.
it can feel like a constant internal tug of war.
Yes, and the chariot is telling us you don't have to choose one over the other. You don't have to force them to match. Your job is to sit in the center, accept both parts of who you are, and guide them forward together. When you stop fighting your own chart and your own energy, that's when you actually find your true momentum.
If you've been feeling divided or conflicted about who you are lately, let the chariot be a reminder that you are allowed to be both quiet and loud, sensitive and strong. You can and do contain multitudes.
We want to thank you all so much for joining us at the table tonight in the Nexus. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a minute or two to hit the subscribe button. Maybe leave us a quick review. Maybe send this to a friend who needs a reminder that they are more than just their sun sign,
Mhm.
or who just might appreciate a little bit of history and
And
a
a
little
little
bit
bit
of
of
magic.
magic. And before we close out for the week, we just want to let you know we want to hear from you. Our favorite
Mhm.
part of the show is building a community, a literal nexus, if you will, and that means bringing your voices onto the show.
Absolutely. So if you've ever had a strange spiritual experience happen to you, or an unexplainable spiritual or supernatural experience with the metaphysical, we want to hear from you. Or maybe you have a question that you're just dying to ask about tarot, astrology, or spirituality. We want to hear from you.
You can email us your stories, your questions, or even a voice note to hello@spiritualnexuspodcast.com. That's hello@spiritualnexuspodcast.com. You can also DM us on our socials. We're the Spiritual Nexus on Instagram.
Thank you again for stepping with us into the Nexus. We'll see you next week on Cosmic Monday.
So until next time, protect your peace, stay grounded,
Mhm.
and take care of each other.
Peace out, everybody.